Section 60, subsection 2 of the Act deals with transmission of the results, and it is at the discretion of INEC. I take that again. Section 60, subsection 2 of the Act deals with transmission of results, and it is at the discretion of INEC. The Act does not contain any mandatory provision regarding the transmission of results. In any case, the process of transmitting results from polling units, whether real time, 2 days later, or at any time, for that matter, cannot in any way change the results that have been announced right after the counting in the presence of the party and to the hearing of the voters at each polling unit. It is therefore nonsensical and disingenuous to insinuate that time variation in uploading results would cause a change in the figures. These figures have been announced at the polling booths. So uploading or not has no effect on the validity and credibility of those figures. The 2023 presidential election is a watershed as it produced unprecedented outcomes and defied conventions. The deployment and use of beavers is the only reason this election produced these strange outcomes and upsets in many cases. The loss of Katsina and Lagos, PDP and LP respectively, were contrary to expectations. Beavers brought the intended credibility to voters' accreditation, such that many governors and well-established politicians lost elections in what should be normally safe bet areas. The era of close voting and stuffing of ballot boxes is gone. As the experience in the last governorship election in Osun State has shown, overvoting would automatically lead to outright cancellation of the results of the polling units based on the provision of the new Electoral Act. The same PDP that is trying to put wool across the face of Nigeria was the culprit in the Osun State governorship election. Now, we dare ask, did they try to do it again this time and it failed? Or did they do it in the areas they unexpectedly won? Did they have the grand plan to hack the INEC server if results were uploaded in real time? Nigerians will soon find out. Contrary to the false claims of Atiku and Obi, the reasons for losing elections were foretold. Besides the delusional expectations created during the campaigns to hoodwink the public, most PDP leaders knew their party had been decimated by Mr. Obi. The Southeast and the South-South that were traditional strongholds of PDP constituted the core support base for the Labour Party. PDP went into this election without its limbs and lied to itself that it could win the race. It is worthy of note that Atiku also accepted this fact during his press conference yesterday, when he lamented that his party's votes in the Southeast and South-South regions were carted away by the Labour Party. In another breath, the same Atiku, at his press conference yesterday, stated emphatically that Peter Obi has no pathway to victory. He said so. Go and rewatch that press conference. He said the Labour Party has no pathway to victory. So, if he's claiming victory, Obi is claiming victory. Who is now claiming victory? Now, 2 of them are claiming victory. We own the victory. So we appeal to them or advise them that they should go and sort themselves out and decide between the 2 of them who actually lays claim to the victory that is already in our possession. The PDP also found itself in number 3 in Kano, with a former member from council running away with over 900,000 votes. So the PDP was terribly depleted before the election. How far could the PDP have gone with what was left of it? Not so far as the results of the elections have shown. In fact, the members of the G5, you are aware of the famous G5, the 5 governors, they were key leaders of the party, of the PDP, with substantial political influence. They also went away with their own power of flesh, leaving a very crippled PDP to scavenge for crumbs of votes. For Peter Obi, he will go down as Nigeria's most dangerous and divisive politician. He elevated his well-known clannish mentality to the most unfortunate height by openly anchoring his campaign on religion and ethnicity. He presented himself as a poster boy for and a champion of our country's fault lines. He took advantage of our youths whose expectations are fast-paced, who are uninterested in excuses and who are in search of a hero. He pumped up their sentiments and rode on their emotions while grandstanding as a savior. It was a false pretense. Obi's credentials are eternally stained as a former governor with no remarkable legacy. Not a few of our youths thought Peter Obi looked like the leader they wanted, and many of them could not tolerate any form of scrutiny of their newfound hero. The combination of the disgruntled youths, the ethnic champions, and commercial clerics of what we call pastoronians. These were the reasons Obi thought he would win the presidential election in Nigeria. Such illogic is not strange to the Labour Party. The Labour Party could not fill up its own quota for polling booth agents with a shortfall of over 40,000 agents. How did it intend to compete with political parties like the APC and the PDP? It will be interesting to see what evidence of rigging the Labour Party will present before the court when the party could not appoint agents to monitor nearly a quarter of the venues of polling. As we look forward to an encounter with both PDP and LP at the court, we want to enjoin the two of them to pursue their grievances with decorum. They should encourage their members, supporters, and ethnic and religious consultants to follow the path of the rule of law. We note that both Atiku and Obi are claiming victory. Wouldn't it then make a lot of sense for them to agree who the actual winner is before challenging the APC in court? Meanwhile, the APC train has left the station as we continue our effort to make Nigeria better for all Nigerians. Thank you very much.